All right, guys, we are going to do systems of inequalities. So we are going to graph our inequalities just like we did the other day. And then we're going to do our shading and find where the shading overlaps of our two inequalities, okay? A system of inequalities is two or more linear inequalities. The solution to a system of its inequalities is where they overlap. So where the shading is going to overlap. So the overlapping region of shading. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to solve our systems of inequalities. They need to be in slope-intercept form. Okay. So intercept form. So let's look at this first one. We have our two inequalities right here. We need to put them in y equals mx plus b. Okay, so we are going to fix that. We're going to subtract x from this first one. We have y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 1. Our slope is negative 1 or negative 1 over 1 if you need it as a fraction to do your rise over run. And our y-intercept is 1. Let's go ahead and graph this line before we solve our next one, okay? Our sign is a greater than or equal to sign, so it's going to be a solid line, okay? Just a reminder, in step 2, I have that. The dotted line is less than or greater than. The solid line is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. So this first inequality we have, starting at the y-intercept is 1. Our slope is negative 1 over 1. So we can go up 1 and left 1. Or if you wanted to, you could go down 1 and right 1. And it is a solid line. So let's just do our best to have a straight line. There it is. And then we're going to shade. Do we shade above or below? So greater than or greater than equal to is above. Less than or less than or equal to is below. Okay, so since this is a greater than or equal to sign, we're going to shade above. I'm going to use orange and shade above. It is very helpful if you have different colored highlighters for this. Okay. All right, let's go solve our second inequality, okay? We need y by itself. So we're going to first subtract x from both sides. We're left with negative y is greater than negative x plus 5, okay? We need to get rid of the negative that's with y, and just remember it's like having a negative 1y, so we'll divide everything by negative 1. And since I divided by a negative, I gotta flip that sign, don't forget that. And we're left with just 1x minus 5. So our slope is positive 1 over 1, and our y-intercept is negative 5. So graphing this line, and it's a dotted line because it's less than. Okay, so starting with this, we're going to go down 5 right here. And then our slope is 1, so up 1, right 1. And we have a dotted, dashed line. And then our sign is less than, so we shade below. So the solutions are, I'm going to go in with black or gray. Everything that overlaps that orange and it's pink now, orange and purple we overdid. And now this is our, anything in that region is our solution. Okay, so when I ask you for possible solutions, anything in that shaded region works. So let's say, whoops, I did not mean to delete all that. Let me fix it. Okay, go back in with my pink. Okay, we're gonna do green so that you can still see the points. Okay, this little yellowy green area. And I'm gonna go in and pick a point. So right here, let's pick that point. That is a possible solution because it's in the area that both shading overlaps. And that point is 1, 2, 3, 4, -1. So that is a possible solution. But any number in that area works, okay? It doesn't have to be just 4, -1.